Hello, good morning students. Today we are going to see that new chapter, that is plant tissue culture. New chapter, plant tissue culture of biobotany. So, by the name itself you know what is plant tissue culture. In vitro condition, that is what, in laboratory growing the plant. So it is possible of growing plants from single cell, so that is called as plant tissue cultures. A lot of techniques, lot of tricks and lot of things are there, magical events are there in plant tissue culture, children. Then lot of biotechnological knowledge also needed for this plant tissue culture. And maximum one thing you should know, it has to be in free from a germ. It has to be in sterile environmental condition. That is the main thing. In laboratory, in sterile environmental conditions, giving all the supplement for the cell to grow into a entire plant. So first we will start with the basic technique, which is a very important 5-mark questions. So this is 5-mark important question, very simple 5-mark question. So basic technique of plant tissue culture. What is basic technique? There are 4 steps, only 4 steps: totipotency, differentiation, dedifferentiation and redifferentiation. So what does mean by totipotency? So potential, a single cell can form an entire plant. So that is called as potency, totipotency. Entire plant will be forming from a single cell. It is called as totipotency. So see, this is a single cell. From the single cell the entire plant will be forming. So it is called as totipotency. And the next term is called as differentiation. So what does mean by differentiations? One cell will change into differentiation. Already we know a newly formed cell will be having the capacity to multiple meristematic cells. They can go on multiplication. At particular stage it will stop its multiplications. So such thing is called as what? Differentiation. We can say it as a differentiation. In that differentiation it will turn into a permanent cells. Okay. So here, with the help of biochemical and structural change of cell to become a special form and functional cells is called as differentiation. Okay. So biochemical structural change, the word in the sentence you must write: biochemical structural change of a cell to become a specific function, and specific form and function is called as differentiation. Okay. And third one is dedifferentiation. Third one is called as dedifferentiation. In dedifferentiation, the matured cell again convert into a meristematic cells and forming callus. Callus is nothing but the that is what, a bunch of cells will be forming from the single cell. It forms again a bulgy tissues is called as unorganized tissues called as callus. So this callus is a formation from matured cell. So after differentiation, that matured cell is forming the callus by means of meristematic, by means of cell division. This stage is called as dedifferentiation, which is said to be dedifferentiation. And the fourth step, basic concept, is redifferentiation. So under the redifferentiations, here already differentiated tissue will undergo again the differentiation is called as redifferentiation. Already differentiated cell again undergo differentiation, then it is called as redifferentiation. For example, here callus is formed here. From the callus the complete plant will be forming. That is called as redifferentiation. Children understood? So these are the 4 basic steps which is involved in the plant tissue culture, which is very important 5-mark question. Very simple and 5-mark question. Totipotency, differentiation, dedifferentiation and redifferentiation. Children understood? Okay. And next one we are going to learn about the plant tissue culture. Plant tissue culture. So plant tissue culture, it is already I informed you, it is in vitro. So it is in vitro, that is culture will takes place in the laboratory. Culturing in laboratory and aseptic condition. What is aseptic condition? In sterile environmental condition only we can grow the plant. So it is called as aseptic condition. And we need a culture medium. So if you are growing, you need food. Like that, the plant plant tissue, if you want to grow, it need a nutrient supplement. Okay, so we have to provide in vitro culture, that is we need a lab and petri dish, all over the things. Along with that, it need aseptic condition and it need a culture medium. All these things are very necessary for the plant tissue culture. See, next one we are going to learn about the important requirements for plant tissue culture. So here we need an explant. Explant means which plant we need to grow. So we have, for that we need a cell. That cell has to be taken from a part of a plant. That part is said to be an explant. Okay, so that part of the plant is called as explant. So first we need explant, and next we need a washing facilities. So the lab should have a washing facilities for washing containers and washing all those things. We need the washing facilities. Okay, and next one medium preparation room. We need medium preparation room. Okay, so we need to a specific room for preparing medium, and we need electric balance to measure the nutrient medium. So each and everything we are not adding as it is. So we have to measure each and everything minutely, exactly, and then we have to add it. Okay, so for that we need a E balance, and then we need a pH meter. So that liquid medium has to be checked, the pH condition based on the bacteria, based on the nutrient medium, all those things. So this is very important for the plant tissue culture. And next one, whether we have to check all these things, we have to do only with the laminar airflow chamber. It is a chamber which will be maintaining all those conditions, what is necessary for the plant growth. Okay, so that is called as laminar airflow chamber. And fifth step, we need a cultural facilities. So what is the culture facilities? So if we are providing these things, then only the plant will grow, the tissue will grow. So first one is temperature. So in lab, the temperature has to be maintained 22 to 28 degrees Celsius. 22 to 28 degrees Celsius. The light, we have to provide 2400 lux. It is a unit we can measure for the light. Okay, so 2400 lux. And we need a photo period for 8 to 16 hours. 8 to 16 hours photo period. And humidity should be maintained 60% of humidity. So this is a basic requirement for culture facilities. Okay, temperature should be 22 28 degrees Celsius, light 2400 lux, and photo period 8 to 16 hours, humidity 60%. Okay, next we have to these are the basic requirement. So 1 explant, 2 washing of facilities, 3 medium preparation room, E balance pH meter, and 4th one laminar airflow chamber, and culture facilities we have to provide all those things. Okay, so if you are providing this, then only the tissue will start to change. Okay, and next step, first we saw the basic technique, second we learned that what is requirement, next we are going for sterilization. So already we learned what is meant by sterilization. Whatever material we are going to use, everything should be germ free. Everything should be maintained germ free. That is called as sterilization. So not only the equipments, not only the things, even explant or whatever tissue, petri dish, even the culture medium, everything has to be sterilized. So that is called as sterilization technique. See, first one is antiseptic environment, and second one is sterilization of culturing room, and third is sterilization of nutrient medium, and fourth is sterilization of explant. Okay, see the first one, aseptic environment. We have to provide a aseptic germ free environment for the culture. Okay, so what are the things has to be maintained germ free? Glasswares. What are the glasswares we will be using? We will be using beakers, petri dish. Petri dish means a small, already I informed you, so small plate, glass plate like this. Okay, so petri dish, test tubes, and beakers, and lot of spatula, like a lot of things we will be using, pipette, purette, all these things we know. Every glassware should be in aseptic environmental. Even we will use forceps and scalps. So these are all, first we have to wet stream sterilization. So we have to use a stream, so with a water vapor, and then we have to do a sterilization. And next it is followed by the autoclave. Already informed you what is autoclave. Autoclave is like a similar like our pressure cooker, but it is in large size, similar everything, but extra additionally it has a pressure checking monitor and a whistle and all those things it will be having. So that is called as autoclave. Autoclave, we have to, for plant tissue culture, autoclave means it has to be given 121 degrees Celsius temperature for 15 to 30 minutes for sterilization process. Okay, so after that we have to dip this for 70% of ethanol, 70% of ethanol, and it has to be flaming and cooling. What is the 4 steps and everything we have to show on the flame of the candle or any burning illuminating things. So and then again it has to be coolant with a some agency. Okay, so if these process have to be followed, then only we have go for this for the culturing method. And second one is sterilization of culture room. Not only we have sterilize the culturing materials or requirement materials, we have to sterilize the room itself. So that room has to be cleaned with the floor and wall. Floor and wall of the room has to be cleaned with the detergent followed by 2% of sodium hypochlorite or 95% of ethanol. 95% of ethanol. And then the room has to be exposed with the UV rays for 15 minutes. For 15 minutes to avoid other contamination with the culture. Okay, so all those things we have to provide to clean the floor and wall of the culturing room. And third one, sterilization of nutrient medium. So culture medium, glasswares. So for example, what are this nutrient medium? Next thing we are going to learn about the nutrient medium. So after preparing the nutrient medium, so it has to be poured in the conical flask. It has to be poured inside the conical flask, and after that you have to close the conical flask with a cotton plug, and it has to be kept along with the culture medium, along with the nutrient medium. The conical flask is kept inside the autoclave for sterilization, and then at what degree Celsius? 121 degrees Celsius for 15 minutes, and it has to be taken out and cooling process will be taken and further process will be go on. And next is called as explant sterilization. What it is? Explant. So plant, what we are going to, which plant we are going to grow, that cell we need. That cell where you will be getting a part of that plant. So that part of the plant is called as explant. So the taken explant should be washed with the tap water. Before that here, see that nutrient medium we are doing this. So how we are getting nutrient medium? We suppose if it is a plant extract or vitamin, hormone, antibiotic like this, you have to filter it by using the millipore filter, that is 0.2 mm space, okay, porosity. With that filter, you have to filter the extract, and then only will go for the sterilization nutrient with the dot pouring inside the culture conical flask and autoclaving procedure. Okay, and explant means first we have to wash the explant with the tap water. It is followed by 1.5% of mercury chloride or 70% of ethanol. Okay, 70% of ethanol. So this is the 4 steps involving in the sterilization. One is sterilization. Under sterilization, aseptic environment should be maintained for all those things. And then second one is sterilization of culturing room, and third one is sterilization of nutrient medium, and sterilization of what plant extract, all those things. And last one we learned about the explant. So next we are going to learn about the how the plant tissue culture going to takes place. Children, let us continue the plant tissue culture. So this is a technique. In this technique, it starts from the media preparation and ended with the acclimatization. Acclimatization. Okay. Come, let's learn how we can prepare the plant tissue culture. Okay. See, first one we have to prepare medium. So there are different mediums are available based on the plant culture, based on the plant, based on the nutrition requirement. We can choose the medium. So it's said to be MS medium. It is introduced in the year of 1962, and B5 medium, that is it is introduced by Cambot et al. In 1968, and white medium, agar medium, or it is 1943 they are introducing, and niche medium. So in 1969, each medium will be having different level or different nutrition component, minerals, vitamins, all those things are present in the nutritional medium. So they are all in the powder form. So we have to convert into a we have to boil it, and we have to bring it into a specific condition. Okay. So next one we are using one more medium is called a solidifying medium. What it is? Solidifying medium. It is in the form of powder. We have to boil, mix it with the water, and then we have to boil it, and it is called as agar medium. It is a agar. So this agar is used as a solidifying medium. So these are the mediums are used for the plant tissue culture technique. And next one, culture condition. So now first we have taken any one kind of medium in the what it is, culture petri dish. Okay, so and already we learned the remaining process, what are the sterilization process for the expand, and what all those things has been done. Now we are chosen the nutritional medium and adding the solidifying medium, all those things along with the solidifying medium. Now this will be kept in a cultural condition. What condition? So we have to provide a pH of 5.6 to 6 pH, and the temperature would be 25 degrees Celsius, that is increase or 2 degree increased or decreased, okay, plus or minus. And humidity should be 50 to 60% of humidity, and light intensity should be 1000 to 2000 lux. And we have to provide aeration. For the aeration you have to we can make shaking bar or automatic shakers also available. While shaking the content, while shaking the liquid, that is culture medium, after taking all these things, all the environmental conditions all if provided, after that we have to shake it well for getting aeration, after that now it is ready time to induce the calyx, induction of calyx. Now after this we now added the what it is that explant will be what it is kept inside the culture medium. Now the explant supplement with callus incubated. So now in the petri dish, explant is inserted, either entire plant or small cells from the plant can be inserted inside the culture medium, and it has to be incubated. What does it mean by incubated? Incubation means it has to be kept in a particular temperature for certain minutes or certain hours without disturbance. Okay, that is called as incubation. We have to keep incubated for 25 plus or minus degrees Celsius, plus or minus 2 degrees Celsius. We have to incubate it, and the photo period has to be provided. So we have to keep this setup for 12 hours in a dark, and then we have to place it in 12 hours. So 24 hours duration, 12 hours it is has to be placed in the dark environment, and then it has to be kept in a light environment. Okay. After that, now after we are providing all those facilities, now you can find a small growth in the culture medium. From the explant you can see, you can find the small extra growth. What it is said to be? It is said to be callus. Callus nothing but it undifferentiated mass of cell is called as callus. What it is? Undifferentiated mass of cells or tissues. It is called as callus. So now you can see a callus formation in the upper surface of the nutrient medium. So this callus formation is due to the what it is. After that, now next process is what? Embryogenesis formation. So in embryogenesis formations, now this callus is taken. So in this callus we have to apply the hormones. This is growth hormone, auxin and cytokinin. You already learned in the 11th standard. Auxin and cytokinins are plant growth hormone. These hormones are introduced in the callus. If you introducing the auxin and cytokinin in the callus, it will start to form a embryoid. So it start to form the embryoid. This embryoid, so embryo will be forming. So this embryoid is like heart in shape. So it will be again we have to place. So this is what explant is cultured in the culture medium, and then it has to be callus is formed. After callus formation we have to what? Subculture. We have to separate the callus and culture in different containers or different test tubes. So now the embryoid will grow in size, and then finally it start to form the small plantlet. So now inside the test tube a small plantlet is developed. So up to this it is in the in vitro condition, in the laboratory condition. Up to this it has to be maintained in the in vitro laboratory conditions, and then the plant should make the plant to get ready to go for the normal environmental conditions, that is in that is what greenhouse. So we have to plant this to the greenhouse, that is potted. We have to plant it in some other container for the normal environment. So for that, directly if you placing it, it will not do. So we have to give certain time and certain arrangement is there. So that is called as acclimatization. So it is very important 2 mark question or even 3 mark questions. Okay. So what it is, acclimatization is nothing but providing the facility for the small plantlet to accept the normal environmental condition. So such gap is called as acclimatization. So children, if you understood all those things, so this is a plant, X-plant we have taken from the X-plant. The X-plant is a leaf. So all treatment has to be done, and then entire leaf or entire small cells isolated from the X-plant are placed inside the culture medium. So this is culture medium. Okay. So petri dish having culture medium. So it has to be any one of the culture medium, or you can combine the culture medium and you can use it. So culture medium is taken in the petri dish. Now you are providing all those facilities, and now the callus is formed. What is mean by callus? Callus also 2 mark question. Okay. So what is callus? Undifferentiated mass of cell is called as callus. So this, once the callus is formed, so you have to subculture. You have to make it subculture. So this is called as subculture. So after subculture, you will be allowing a single cell to grow inside the test tube. So now you can form, so you see the embryo will be developed in size, and then this embryo start to form a new plantlet. Now making the plantlet to accept the normal environmental condition. So the process is called as acclimatization. Now your plant is ready by the as an end product of the plant tissue culture. Children, up to this clear? Up to this clear? Already we learned what is culture, plant tissue culture, and what are the sterilization process. We have to basic concept we learned, and what are the sterilization process we learned, and now the basic technique we learned. So in next we're going to see about then some further process and other techniques in the plant tissue culture. Children, next we are going to learn about the types of plant tissue culture. Types of plant tissue culture, under 4 types are there: organ culture, meristem culture, protoplast culture, and cell suspension. Out of these things, the protoplast fusion is very important. 5 more question. First one is organ culture. So in organ culture, already we learned that how we are doing the plant tissue culture. All the procedures are similar only. So here for culturing, they are using any organ. What is the organ? Root, leaf, stem, or any part of the organ can be chosen for the growth. So that culture is called as organ culture. Okay. And next one is called as meristematic culture. Next is called as meristematic culture. Under the meristematic cultures, we are choosing the meristematic cell. We are choosing the meristematic cells. So what is meant by meristematic cells? Already we know. So a cell, early formed cell, is called as meristematic cells. It will undergo cell division. And these cells have the capacity to grow any part. It can have the capacity to form anything. So it has the condition of totipotency. Totipotency means which can form any type of cells. We can change it into any type of cells. After differentiation, you cannot change it. After a particular time, if it is changed into a permanent cell, this may not have any chance to form a desirable. So it will be decided itself, already decided what organ it has to form. So this is the difference between the differentiated and undifferentiated cells. The meristematic cells are all said to be undifferentiated cells. It is all said to be undifferentiated cells. So where you will obtain the meristematic cells, you can obtain it from the apical root tip, or from the apical tip of the plant, or a root tip or apical stem tip. You will be getting the meristematic cells, as well as the lateral, that is in between the intermediate node, you can find the in between the intermediate axis, lateral axis also you can find the meristematic cells. So these meristematic cells has to be isolated. After isolating it, okay, so we have to that tip has to be sterilized by using the sodium hypochlorite. It has to be sterilized with the sodium hypochlorite, and then it has to be washed with that explant with a shoot tip. If this is explant, this explant should be treated sterilized with the sodium hypochlorite, and it has to be washed with distilled water, and we have to isolate the apical meristematic tissue. From that part, by using the forceps, we have to isolate the apical meristem. Okay, so then it has to be incubated in culture medium for 16 hours for 25 degrees Celsius, 25 degree Celsius, and we have to provide that fluorescent light. It has to be kept under the fluorescent light. Okay, and you can find the development of root and shoot on the culture medium from the explant, from the ex tissue. Okay, and after that, if after forming the root and shoot system, after within some days, you have to change it from the tissue culture to the pot. Okay, we have to convert it to a normal environmental condition, and this is called as hardening process. It is called as hardening process. So this is called as meristematic tissue culture. It is called as meristematic culture. So meristematic cell is isolated. Cell, especially the explant part, is isolated. Then it is washed with sterile with the sodium hypochlorite and washed with distilled water. Then followed by isolating the apical tissue, and it has to be incubated for 16 hours in 25 degrees Celsius, and has to be focused fluorescent light, and shoot and stems are formed, and then have to be changed into the hardening process. So this is called as what? Meristematic tissue. Organ culture means any organ can be taken, and further the technique, whatever technique is there in plant tissue culture will be followed. Okay, and the third step, which is very important. So here, what is mean by protoplast? You can find it in the any leaf, stem, all those area you can find the protoplast. So protoplast means this is a cell. Take a 2 cells. Okay, inside it will be having nucleus. So here, what is called as protoplast? Protoplast mean cytoplasm plus nucleus. All those things, these two, or say we can say it as a protoplasm. So fusion of two protoplasm, the cell wall will be ruptured and allow the two protoplasm and nucleus to be fused together and forming a new plant is called as protoplast future from the single cells. Okay, two cells are ruptured and the protoplasm will be fused to form a new plant is called as protoplastic fusion culture. Okay, so for that we have to take the leaf tissue. We have to take a leaf tissue, and it has to be treated with 0.5 macrozyme and 2% of onozuku cellulose enzymes at the pH of 5.4 pH we have to maintain. So after treating this, it has to be incubated in a culture medium for 25 degrees Celsius. 25 degrees Celsius. After that, it has to be undergo centrifugation. So after incubated, it has to be kept for centrifugation. So centrifugation is nothing but it is a machine which will be having a center in one rod, and then it having fully pores. Now we have to keep, so the container will be like this. So you have to keep the test tube, insert the test tube like this. So if you allow, it will be run. Okay, so all will rotate like a mixer. Okay, so after mixer you will be getting separate gradient will be separated. Okay, after the centrifugation, so you can by this process, after treating that, the cell wall will be easily ruptured. So the cell wall ruptured, then what happens? The protoplasm will be start to fuse. So for this process we are doing the centrifugation. So this centrifugation you can making the protoplast to fuse, and this fusion. So next one, how the after it will start to, the cell wall will be start to separate. Then next process is allowing the separated cell to fuse. How? By means of the following steps. So we are using a fusogen agent like DNA ligase. A paste we are saying, no. So like that here we are using a fuse. So it is important, one more question, PEG, which is called as fusogen. So it is PEG, polyethylene glycol. What it is said to be? Polyethylene glycol. So it is called as PEG. PEG means polyethylene glycol is a fusogenic agent. So along with the fusionic alene, we have to add the calcium ions. We have to calcium ion. If you adding this with the after centrifugation, if the test tube is added with this PEG and calcium ion, you can find the club formation. You can find the club formation here in the test tube. Okay. So this is nothing but the fusion takes place. The fusion takes place. It indicates the fusion takes place here. Okay. And next one is culturing. So for that we have to provide a culture medium. After now we are allowed to protoplast to future. Now this to be added in the culture medium, which will be having the MS medium liquid, and it has to be maintained 25 degrees Celsius to 24 to 48 hours. And after 2 to 7 days, you can find the first division from the protoplast, fused protoplast. And then somatic cells are selected. So from that you have to select the somatic cells and the protoplastic fusion. So here the protoplast fusion without the nucleus of differentiated cells. The process is called as here protoplasm are fused, but the nucleus is not. First the protoplasm will start to fuse. Okay. So first protoplasm will be fusing. So only the protoplasm getting fused, but the nucleus is not fused. Okay. So in that condition is called as hybrid condition. That is called as hybrid condition. And then after that, the nuclear fusion also will take place, and this is called as somatic hybridization. This is called as two somatic cells of fusion. Fusion of two somatic cells are called as somatic hybridization. And this is about the protoplasmic fusion. So you can, if you see refer the picture, you can easily understand the procedure of these things. Okay. And the last step, last type is called as cell suspension. What it is said to be? Cell suspension. So in cell suspensions, already we are choosing the test, that is what the callus, already developed a callus is taken. So that callus from the conical flask is taken. So this callus is allowed inserted into the liquid medium, and it has to be kept in a shaker. That shaker will make a continuous shake. So while it's shaking, the callus will be splitted into cells, and this split is called as cell suspension. It is called as cell suspension. Again, the cell suspensions is again allowing to grow for a certain period up to reach up to increasing the number, After that, again we allow that to go for shaking. After shaking, you have to filter it. So, okay, after shaking you have to filter it. That filtered suspension is allowed to grow. Then that forms the embryo. So after the filtering, you will be getting the suspension. So then this suspension is allowed to form the embryo. So this embryo will give like the new plantlet. Okay. So then that plantlet is transferred to the hardening process. Understood, children? Then this is about the cell suspension process. Okay. So there are 4 types of plant tissue culture. One is organ culture. Organ will be taken as an explant for the culture. Second is meristematic culture. For the meristematic tissues collected and the further processes takes place. And the protoplasmic fusion, first we have to fuse the protoplasm, and then only you are allowing it to grow in a culture medium. For the protoplasmic fusion, the leaf should be allowed to immerse inside 0.5% of macrozyme or 2% of onozuku cellulose enzymes at pH of 5.4. So after treating for certain hours, or it has to be incubated 25 degrees Celsius. If this process is happening, automatically it is followed by the centrifugation. So by centrifugation, by this process, the cell wall will get ruptured. Cell wall will be getting ruptured. So now without cell wall, while you doing centrifugation, it will change into a fusion of that is what that is separate. Protoplasm and debris will be separated. Cell walls and protoplasm separated. So and centrifugation, it will be separated into layers. After that, it is allowed to do the fusion of protoplasm by adding the PEG, polyethylene glycol, along with the calcium ion. So you can find the club formation. So this club formation, then only it has to be placed in the culture medium, which will be having MS medium at 25 degrees Celsius. All those to be provided. Within 2 to 7 days, you can find the first cell division, and then the somatic cell will be formed. And here first somatic fusion of protoplasm without nucleus, without the fusion of nucleus, is called as hybrid. It is 2-mark question. 2 mark. Okay, hybrid will be formed, and this type of fusion, after the protoplasm and nucleus start to fuse, then this type of process is called as somatic hybridization. Then it forms what? Then it will be forming a start to form a embryoid. That embryoid will start to form a new plantlet. Then that new plantlet has to be changed into the hardening process. So that is called as protoplasmic fusion. And the cell suspension is already, I said, the callus has already grown, callus is taken and it is kept in a liquid medium by use of shaker. It has to be separated. Then it has to be again it has to be allowed for culturing, and again it has to be shaked and then filtered, and then the filtered suspension is allowed to form an embryoid. That embryoid is allowed to form a plantlet. Then plantlet is transferred into hardening, and this is called as the suspension. And there are 4 types we learned now: organ culture, meristematic culture, protoplast culture, and cell suspension. So these are the 4 types of culture in the plant tissue culture. So children, I hope you all understood the plant tissue culture technique along with the types of plant tissue cultures, and certain few concepts are there in the lesson. We will see in the next class. Thank you.